Welcome to South Sydney. This is the Captains Run. The Rabbitohs are taking on the Newcastle Knights on Saturday night out there at Accor Stadium, and the boys have just started coming out. There's Jack Whiten, and we'll go along the row there. We've got Damien Cook, Jai Gray, Davey Mawali, Shaquay Mitchell, Cameron Murray, and Tai Munro. So there's a big chunk of the side, and here's another big chunk of the side. Tommy Burgess has just walked out. So welcome to everyone who's watching on Bunnies TV, live and free across Australia and around the globe. It's a beautiful morning here in Sydney, picture perfect. The sun's out, there's no breeze, and it's still winter. But spring has definitely come early. And there is the captain on the Captain's Run. He's walking out. Let's just follow him. Captain Keir Murray, what a game he had last week. Ran for 250 metres and was everywhere leading his team around, but the Tigers won again last night, so they've hit a bit of form. But unfortunately, we have not. And I'd also like to start off by congratulating the legend himself, Ron Cute, who was named the 14th Immortal. Congratulations to Ron and the family. I know he was very emotional. I know South supporters would have been as well, because he is a legend of this game and should have been an immortal when they first did it, but they got it right eventually. And Ty's there. He's been named on the extended bench. He's also been named in New South Wales Cup, so Coach Hornby has resisted the temptation to put Tai straight into first grade, which I have to admit that I would not have done. I would have put him straight in there. He scored 2 tries. He's got plenty of speed, and that is something that we are somewhat lacking, to say the least, at the moment. But anyway, he might still do it. There he goes out there on the field. He's back. And anyway, I was going to have a chat to Coach Hornby a bit later in the presser. I might even ask him what his plans are for Tyrone. Is he going to bring him in? And here's Footy, the man that's been handed the keys to the team. I just spoke to Cody Walker then, and he's told me he's all right. He looked fresh. He's here with the family, but Footy Dean Hawkins is the new number 7 for this team. Now, I know a few people wanted to see Jai Gray get a start in there. I'm probably in that camp. I'd like to see him get a start in the halves before the season ends, just to see how he goes, because he is a 5'8". I'd like to see him play a bit of footy in that role, but it's Footy Dean Hawkins, the new number 7 for the Rabbits, taken over because Cody's in the HIO protocol, and there's the man I just mentioned, Jai, having a kick at the soccer ball. And I'll take you out on the field in a minute. Just wait till we see all the boys come out. There's big Sean Kepi. He's got a footy. Fletcher Myers for game number 3, I think it is. He's been playing well. He's a good news story of the club. Kicking goals, running the ball strongly. And there's Isaac Tuatupo Thompson. So that's another guy that's on the extended bench who could be a chance of coming into the squad. But at the moment, as far as I know, it's going to be 1 to 17. And there's Jacob Gagai. And we're going to see the Gagai Bowl. Jake is going to play against his brother Dane for the very first time in first grade. So that is going to be worth watching the game, just to see little brother Jacob take on big brother Dane for the first time. Good luck, mate. May the best Gagai win, and hopefully it's this bloke here. Put a big shot on you, bro. Score a try or 2. Beautiful. And there's Footy walking out now, Dean Hawkins. So we've still got a few more over here. Let's have a look. Keon Kalamatangi moved back to the second row. And Davey Mawali, and that's Peter Mamazelos, I think. Is it over there? Still getting ready? Could be wrong. So it'll be interesting to see once they do the ball work. We stick with the vision here. until we are told to turn it off when they start the ball work. So let me just bring you around onto the field now. And there's Hosty having a kick of the ball. Showed some great skills last week, Hosty. Soccer skills. Unfortunately, he came on against the Tigers and could have almost won the game if he caught that short ball, but it didn't happen. Anyway, he gets another chance out there on Saturday night at Accra. It's a double header. We've got the reserve grade, or also known as the knock-on effect New South Wales Cup clash, starting at 5:10 p.m. The Rabbitohs take on the Knights in that one. And then the first grade at 7:35. It's also members appreciation round where you're allowed to go on the field after the game. And that hasn't happened for a while. I think the last one was when we played the Tigers out there. So if you go into the game, you go on the field, take the kids out there onto Accor Stadium. It's a rare occurrence. You're not allowed to do it usually. It's a $5,500 fine if you do it without permission. But you go out and soak up the atmosphere, and hopefully you're doing it after a win, because that'll be a bit more fun going out on the field where we've actually won the game instead of going out to a losing crowd. But anyway, so here we are out on the field. And welcome to everyone who's live chatting here on YouTube. I know that Karina Haase would be in there because she told me she's setting the alarm. So guten Morgen to you, Karina. I'm not sure what time it is over there, but it's probably about 2 or 3 a.m. So welcome to you and welcome to everyone else. So we'll have a look at the live chat before I end the stream. And the boys are just having a kick around now. There's Cookie. He's going to have a shot at goal with the soccer ball here, Cookie. Showing his skill. Oh, beautifully struck too. Rabbitoh 117 there, the beach sprinter, Damien Cook. And he's only got 3 games to go in the red and green. It's a very sad thing to see a bloke like that who's given such great service to the club leave. But this is football. Oops, sorry. I was just looking over the lens there. I lost focus, but yeah, unfortunately that's rugby league, and they've made the decision now. He's going to the Dragons, and yeah, anyway. So there's Big Shaq. Good to see him back. There he is. One of the Mitt brothers. No sign of Trell here at training. He's had a snap at goal. Didn't go anywhere near the posts. Fletcher Myers over there. So we are brought to you by the Juniors group of clubs, and the Juniors Kingsford's got a brand new restaurant up there, so go up and check that out. Live shows, entertainment plus up there. Go up to Henry's and get a pizza. So there's the whistle, which means they're going to start their drills now. We can stick with it for a while until our man Jeremy Monaghan comes over and says, that's it. So yeah, 3 games to go for these boys. 3 games to go for the New South Wales Cup, and 3 games to go for the Jersey Flegg. Now they play on Saturday. There's a double header at Redfern Oval on Saturday as well, I haven't mentioned. The women's team kick off at 11:30, and we're going to live stream that on Bunnies TV, so you can watch that one on YouTube. And they're taking on the Cronulla Sharks, and that's a bit of an evenly matched game. So the last game I streamed, they played the Winnie Magpies, and they were top of the table, and it was a hard contest. But this one's more evenly matched, so make sure you have a look at that, because I'm counting on our girls putting in a good performance, getting a win, scoring plenty of tries there at Redfern Oval. And then following that game at 1:30, our Jersey Flegg boys take on the Knights. And I won't be streaming that one because I can't make it. I've got to take off for another commitment. But anyway, here they are. And yeah, it's been a season of, a lot of things haven't gone our way, a lot of injuries. So they're just doing their best now. They're limping into the off season. And all we can hope is we can get a few wins. We got the Knights, and then we got the Panthers, I think, the week after, and then the Roosters. So, 3 tough games, you'll agree. Let's just hope they go out there and play a bit of footy. Also, congrats to all the guys that were inducted into the Rugby League Hall of Fame. Sammy Burgess, GI, Wayne Bennett, who's coming to coach the club next year. Even Tasha Gale, who spent a bit of time at South. And to everyone else that was inducted, well done, congratulations. And yeah, like I said earlier, really happy for Ron Coote, because there's been people like Joey Johns and Mal Meninga inducted where neither of those won 6 competitions. And Ron Coote was overlooked. It was a real injustice, and I'm just glad they've righted the wrong. He won 4 comps as a Rabbitoh and 2 as a Rooster, which we don't really want to talk about, but 6 comps. Not many players in that. There's immortals that cannot say they've done that. So he definitely belongs there. He is an absolute legend of our game. The cover tackles, the running of the ball, and apart from that, he's a real gentleman too. He's a successful businessman, and he went on to run the Men of League, a brilliant charity that helps a lot of people in the game of rugby league. It's now called the Family League. But Ron, yeah, he owned a few Maccas. He owned the one down at Nowra. A lot of people would have seen that one. Called in there when you're going down the coast on a trip. You call into Nowra for a bit of Maccas. That was Ronnie Coote's. And I think now last I spoke to him, his family have taken that over. So next time you're in there, tell him that the immortal Ron Coote is well deserved. Immortality. Okay, yeah. So as I said earlier, Richie Kenner, as you will probably all know, he was suspended for 3 or 4 weeks on a grade 2 charge. He successfully challenged that at the judiciary, and they end up giving him a $3,000 fine and free to play. So it was a big downgrade. But many people thought that he'd be out and that Tyrone or Isaac Tuatupo Thompson would come in, and it didn't happen. Well, it hasn't happened yet. We'll have a look at the captain's run. We'll see if there's any late switches from Coach Hornby. If anyone fills in at different positions. You're watching this on our George's camera. I was in there the other day having a chat to Ryan, and they'll give you great advice in there. Go in there if you've got any questions about cameras, lenses, anything to do with camera or video. George's cameras are your people to see in there at George Street. You get off the light rail at the QVB and just walk up the street, walk in there, and you can shop online too at georges.com.au. You can also go to bunniestv.au. That's the Bunnies TV website. Just Google Bunnies TV to watch our videos. And they're getting ready for a bit of ball work now, so we won't be doing this for much longer. There's Big Davey charging onto the footy. So I suspect that there'll be cameras off soon, but we'll stay with it until we're told. They always start with this little drill where they just do the drop out and they've got to keep the ball alive. No sign of Jeremy yet, so apologies if I've missed a bit of the action. It is a bit glary here, and when it is glary here at the Rabbitohs Centre, it is quite hard to look across the... Oh, that's a great drop out. Who was that? He's kicked it 50 odd on the full. So they've lost possession there. Going to play on. Who kicked that? Was it Whiten? I couldn't sure. It might have been Cookie. Anyway. So yeah, Jai Gray's going to play fullback, and he's been playing well there, obviously. But it'll be interesting to see if he gets the start in the halves. That's what I'm thinking. I'm not sure, but yeah. We've got a bit of a crowd in here today. Channel 9's here. A few other cameras, but no one else is live and free like Bunnies TV. They've just kicked the ball over here. Mazelos. And here comes Jeremy, so that's it.
It's all for us now, guys.
Thanks, Jez. Good on ya.
It's all for us now.
All right, so that is it. There's Junior over there. He's walking around now. That's a good sign for Junior anyway. We have got Oscar here. I didn't give him a mention. There's the assistant editor, Oscar Zechner. So look out for some of his post-production stuff. He'll be clipping up some of our stuff here. But I will just have a quick look at the live chat for those that are in there. And we have got Ben Hornby coming up, so I'll be going in the main presser there and asking Ben a few questions. So I'm just bringing up the live chat now. Not too many in there today. Ned Kelly, hello mate. He said, g'day Mavo. Craig Crommelin, hello mate. He said, Tyrone is quite tall. Yes, he is. He's a big boy, you know. He's a solid kid too. He's tough as they come. So, yeah, that's why he's scored on debut in first grade. And then Craig said, Jai has the skills and other attributes to be a good half. He can tackle. He has great speed. So I agree, but I'm not a selector. So yeah, there you go. Glad you agree, mate. I agree too that, yeah, I think that, you know, he's already shown us what he can do. And I think if he's playing in the halves, it's only going to be good for this team. I'll just go over there, pull it back out. There's a few, like I said, there's a few in here today. A few fans. TSG said, Immortals is BS, but if anyone's going to be there, then Ron Coote should be there from the start. English should be too. Yeah, well, it's going to be interesting to see who are the next choices. I'm just glad they got Ron Coote out the way. And I don't know about it being BS, mate. I think it's it's the highest honour in the game, and I think it's been a good idea. Banksy said, who's goal kicking tomorrow? Hawkins or Myers? Good question, mate. Footy Dean is also a good goal kicker, so I'll keep an eye out for that. And Oscar, who I just showed on camera, said hello. So, yeah. All right, so I will end the stream there because they do let us know that. I'm seeing Cody over there. Cody's yelling out to the boys. Yeah, so thanks again to everyone for joining me. Oh, Nicky Bird's in there. With all the second rowers that they have signed, who are they letting go of? Well, that's a good question, Nick. The boys, you can hear him out. They're cheering over there. Cameron just did something. He caught the ball, and Davey's coming up and giving him a hug. But yeah, I don't know, mate. Good question. And I just seen Jairo walk out over there now too. So I did see Thomas this morning, mate. Thomas is in there having a go in the gym. So that is a good question. It's going to be a really interesting thing to see what they do with the squad. Who's going to be in the top 30 next year? Who's not? Who's going to be added? Who's going to be omitted? Good question. There's a show in that. Stay tuned. See you later. Thanks again. And have a look out for my Ben Hornby presser stuff, where I might ask him a couple of questions. I might ask him the one about Tyrone, what's his plans for him. See you later, and up the mighty Rabbitohs.